I was not doing well.
You have a lot to say.
Mark is going to teach Jess how to drive the combine. Go, Jess, go. If it looks like a Dorset, acts like a Dorset, probably a Dorset. How was it?
Good.
Morning. Someone's a bit sucky in the cold. Aren't you? Why did you come out if it's that cold? Literally shivering. We're on chore duty, aren't we? Yes, we are. Should train you. Hi. Not been a good afternoon.
No?
To relabel everything. I thought I weighed a box, it didn't weigh the box. The outside box.
How often is it?
A lot. Enough that it jacked up the shipping cost. So now
what's better than me?
we had to reprint, we had to void all these.
Do you get money back from after
Yeah, we had to void them all and had to reprint them all.
Were you done?
We would have been done. We were nearing the end. We were like on the last US orders.
Oh my god.
Yeah, good times. Good times. Good times.
What a...
Oh, it's been awful. Just out as I do them so I don't screw them up.
So you had to
I had to reprint them all out. Yep.
Wow, how long did that take?
Actually, she figured out a way to do it in bulk.
Oh, that's good.
So thank God she was here. I was not doing well. Shocking, Jess, I know. I'm like, I'm so sick of screwing up.
Well,
It's not that fun anymore. Marjorie, I saw Marjorie. Right here.
well, my afternoon was good.
Was it fun? Good morning, everyone. We are sitting at 5:52 on a dark Wednesday morning. I have been neglecting my camera for a few days. I thought maybe today we could just sort of get caught up on the last few days. All weekend I was packing up the orders. We had the launch on, I believe, Friday, and it was interesting, but it was also successful, and it's taken quite a few of you to remind me to celebrate the success of something that you worked really hard for, and I often don't do that. I'm usually more dwelling on the people who are upset or, the things that went wrong, the stuff that goes sideways. However, by Sunday night, we had a lot of stuff almost done. We would have been done if we didn't make a pretty huge error on my part. So it's a good reminder for me that I need a little space between when something is made and when something is launched. When you're trying to when it's too last minute, there's going to be a vital detail that gets missed. And for me, it was I put in the wrong weights And so then shipping labels were not printed correctly, and we put a shipping label on every package only to have to void them all and redo all the shipping labels. So if you're one that got like a couple confirmation tracking numbers, that's why. The one won't work, the other one hopefully will. No matter what curveballs are thrown at us, we were able to figure it out between my sister and I, and she has been a godsend, because I was still sort of reeling from Friday night, and it's not that I didn't expect people to be disappointed, and it's not that I didn't expect to get some pretty horrific emails, but I just don't think I was in the right headspace to be able to receive it. And I think I knew that, like, all Friday night I was like, I don't even want to open up my emails. And I've never been like that before. I've never been scared of my viewers before. I was really scared. In saying that, this morning, I have to reopen said emails and make sure I haven't missed anything on the service account. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 messages to go through this morning. Anyway, I think today we're going to go through these emails, check in with Carissa to make sure the barn has been okay. Yesterday we actually we took all our packages to Burlington to get across the border. So those were our American orders, and our international orders were going through that different shipping company. And then the Canadian orders I was able to ship via UPS and FedEx. So they all just got picked up yesterday. We had originally planned to just ship everything out of Burlington, out of the Chit Chat shipping spot, but I didn't have room. So I actually had to void all my Canadian labels and reprint those. So it's been a busy few days, and we've also been doing corn. So we've been doing corn Monday afternoon, and then yesterday when I got home from Burlington, we did corn till 8:30 last night. And I have to get a bunch of stuff done this morning because he wants to start early today because we're setting in for more rain starting tomorrow. I should go to the grocery store quickly this morning because we have no food that's easy to take on the tractors with us because we're starting so early today. And I also need to deliver 3 advent calendars to Canada Post because supposedly they're open again. And I had some P.O. boxes that required Canada Post. So let's go through this and see how long this takes me today. All right, we've just moved to another field. We finished the one we started yesterday, which is amazing. This one is about 60 acres, I think. He's gonna try to get as much as he can get off today because tomorrow they're calling for rain. Not much to see on my end, unfortunately. I'm sort of just the boring wagon driver, and it's also too busy for me to chat with you guys and I'm on the roads, and it's too dangerous and illegal to pick this up and talk to you guys. I think Monty is going to join us today and take over for Jess, and I think Mark is going to teach Jess how to drive the combine today. We've been just trying to figure out ways that if corn harvest continues to be drawn out because of the weather and it starts to interfere with me getting ready for lambing, I'm going to need spelled off. And Jess isn't real comfortable running the roads with the wagons yet, especially if the weather gets dicey. So Mark said he'd actually like someone to learn how to drive the combine anyway, in case anything ever happened to him, God forbid, or if he gets sick. So she's going to learn today, and he thought this would be a nice field for her to train on. However, she's not feeling good today, so I'm hoping she'll be okay. I bet he'll stay with her all day and just give her the ins and outs, and then Monty will take over on buggy duty, and then I'm running wagons and our friend is running wagons, and we're pretty far from home. We're the farthest field away, so we're gonna be non-stop. So that's why I'm taking the time now to chat with you guys. I did go to town and get groceries this morning, and I forgot that we have a new bakery in town, and it's right beside the grocery store, or pretty close. So I got some fresh sourdough, and I made a sandwich, and I bought some cookies and a banana, and that's it. We like our factor meals for lunch, but because we started so early, we don't really have a way to heat it up in here, so no factor today. Sad face. Looks like Little Miss is in the driver's seat. Not that you guys can see. I think this might be her first unloading tutorial. Here we go. Go, Jess, go. There we go. Atta girl. Whoop whoop. How was it?
Yeah, so I did, so it's done.
How was it?
Good.
Like it?
Yeah.
Is that gonna be your new job?
We'll see. We'll see.
Good morning, you guys. It is a new day, and we are back in the sheep world. Sometimes when I'm not in the barn, then all I can think about is the stuff that needs to be looked at inside the barn, and vice versa. Once I'll be in the sheep barn for a couple days, I'll be like, oh, we should be getting corn done. So it's this like juggle situation. However, we are in the sheep barn today, and there's a few pending things I need to think about between now and when we pull cedars next Wednesday, Thursday, like November 6th, whenever that is. And that is to get our breeding groups together which is fine. That's its own sort of thing. What I wish I knew how to sort of figure out quickly is whether or not I need to keep replacement ewe lambs out of this August lambing group that we just weaned a few weeks ago. So I got to figure out that. And also with that group, I haven't gone through the weaning data yet as to do a good evaluation on those ewes. That isn't really pressing. We've got time now that we're only lambing each group once a year. I think regardless, maybe Carissa and I, once she's done feeding here, which is shortly, we'll run over and just do the first of 2 vaccines on ewe lambs that potentially we will keep, and then at least it's done. And if we don't end up needing the numbers, then at least it'll be at least a month. It's a 28-day withdrawal, I think, for this vaccine. So if we do the vaccine now, at least it will be out of their system in 4 weeks when we'll start shipping them. How it's worked out is there's always a percentage that we have to ship off mature ewes. There's just always the ones that age out or have issues lambing or mastitis or whatever. So I always like to keep a certain portion of ewe lambs, of replacement ewe lambs, available to replenish the pen of mature ewes that will have to be evaluated and shipped on if need be. Looking ahead, these replacement ewes will be added to Willow's group, I think, for next year. So I did a big, heavy sort of evaluation on them and got rid of a lot this year. So I can't see having a lot that I need to add, but even if there's 30, we could keep back and then we can decide what to do as we move forward. But I think that's what we'll do. Because poor Carissa, I have been sort of MIA between the launch and field work. So I need a good Carissa day today. We need to get caught up. We need to get caught up with all the gossip. Oh yeah, sounds good. All right, so I'll move them in and then we'll scan and then we'll go through. Oh, that didn't actually.
Did he put cancel?
I wonder I didn't. I think I did actually. Yeah, I think I pressed cancel and not okay.
Yeah.
That looks better. Okay. Burrito and nothing over a triplet. Ewe lambs, burrito, twin, yes.
Oh, we need spray paint.
Right. Hi. And then if you don't mind, you can add the gland back.
Oh yeah. I feel okay for that.
We'll have it in this too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, good. It's easier to spray them, then we just can run them through there next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice ewe lamb. It's Dorset. Yep. Bye.
Oh
Yeah, it can go up. Yeah.
Sorry.
We'll just paint the one because I think they're nicely separated. They're nicely separated. Good baby. Quint. Mom. Rito?
It's a quint.
Oh, it's a quint. Darn it.
You're afraid.
And mom has low milk, so maybe not the genetics we need. I like her though.
Don't look at it.
That's 2 strikes though. If your mom has low milk and you're a quint, probably not a good.
Because that means you probably hold all.
Yeah. They're all bottle lambs.
Yeah.
Rito Cross, group 2, but it's a twin. Yeah.
Not a problem.
Right there though. Not easy. Okay. No. Being difficult. There we go. There you go. Stay ahead. Oh. Yeah, pretty good. Fiorito. Triplet, that looks good. Seems like they're really starting to gain now. Yeah. Cooler weather. Yeah, they're eating.
Maybe that's part of because mom had one teeth.
Oh.
The last one and this one. So maybe they're
Twins, triplets together.
Yeah, but,
and they were both triplets.
Yeah. They typically do stay together. Oh no, yeah.
Oh, they're different.
The birthday, couple days later.
So both have one teeth though. We might have a lot to call them.
That's what I was thinking.
I think you said that.
A lot.
I think you said that when we were through.
Yeah, low milk and one teeth. There's a lot of them.
Could be our mastitis too. Yeah. That we didn't really know. One looks kind of Dorsety, but acts kind of Dorsety. Yeah.
And it's Dorset.
If it looks like a Dorset, acts like a Dorset, probably a Dorset.
Having a Halloween party, darling.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Getting all ready for that.
Yeah. Just decorating the garage tonight.
Nice.
Marrow is out.
Dorset.
So all we have to do is move one more out.
Nice.
Go. There's actually a fair bit of people coming.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
God's like, I didn't know if they would come again because they just had their housewarming party, but
yeah. I think everybody's looking for something to do in the fall because we know the hibernation season's coming.
Yeah.
So Lynn, I'd love to come and see. I have to get those rams from her still.
Oh, so she said
she did keep them for me. Oh, you're not. You're a Dorset. Oh, you're not good. Ruin it.
When is it? This weekend?
Saturday.
So
yeah. And I think she's going to Ryan's after her place, like Jeremy's cousin, with the goats.
Oh.
So doing some with them too. Kind of bloaty anyway. Hi, Jamie. It's Sandy Brock calling. I'm good. How are you? Good. Just wondered if if you guys were sitting on any gland vac per chance. Oh, I would love to take that one box off your hands. Perfect. Okay. Beautiful. Thank you. I'll be in just after lunch. Thanks. Okay, bye. So yeah, in typical Sandy fashion, she ran out of vaccine. I had a little bit left over from the mamas that we did here a couple weeks ago, or a week ago, whenever I was hoof trimming. And I was like, oh, surely I have enough. Apparently, I'm short about 12, I think. So I'm going to run to the vet clinic this afternoon after lunch here and grab it. She was sitting on a box, thank goodness. And then Chris and I will just repeat what we did this morning. And the good thing is we have them all marked. So we'll just run them into the little tub and then we can just give them their dose then because they're all marked and recorded as if they've already had the gland vac. So that is good. That is one of 2 boosters. So I just need to write that down because I always forget things. Not always, but often. Okay, booster due 4 weeks from here, so that is October 30th. How is it October 30th? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. November 27th, right when lambing is probably starting. Okay. So, yeah, I just write that in my little planner here. And then what I do after that is I go to November 27th and I write it here. You lamb. Okay. Perfect. I think maybe after the vet clinic, once I come back in here and put the vaccine in the fridge, might just take a few minutes. I'm trying to think of what the next job should be. If we go through the weaning weight data and start collecting that, because I like to take my time with that. I like to go through that information a few times to look at different things. Although there's no rush on it, I'd like to keep on top of that mastitis issue that our vet sort of reminded me of when she was here scanning, to really take the time after they're dried off here. So they've been weaned for a bit now. So they'll be getting dry, and then feel if we can feel any of those big hard lumps that we saw in Willow's group, and ship those before they become a contagion for everybody else, because we do have that contagion mastitis. So we don't want that. Our ewes are looking sort of frisky today. They are really hanging out near the fence with the boys. But yeah, I caught a cute little moment between a ram and a ewe, sort of through the fence. So as long as they stay on each other's side of the fence, I'll be happy. We don't want any screw ups. Okay, my stomach is starting to talk to me, so I think it is time for lunch. You guys, look at how cute. That's what my vet clinic did. Oh, that's the sweetest. Anyway, got my glam vac, so we're good for tomorrow. You know what? While I was there, I should have ordered more, because I will need more. But I don't need more for tomorrow. Put this in the fridge before I forget. So, we were going to go through some data, weren't we? Alright, I got my memory stick here. So, I'm going to just run this through my spreadsheet, and then I'll update you guys when I have more to update. I think I'm gonna abort this mission just because I really need to get my breeding groups all set up. I don't know if I forgot I needed to do that, but that's actually top of the list. I'm gonna leave this weaning data for a bit. I have made a very interesting discovery. Our sweet PETA, who, if you remember, came down with preg tox. This is her second lambing. She showed signs of preg tox in her first lambing, so that's 2 in a row. I don't think I want a third strike with her because I'm just really scared we're gonna lose her eventually to that. Like, I don't want to get to that point. In saying that, our sweet girl successfully nursed triplets all the way to weaning. And I just did their weaning weights. The first lamb was 69 pounds, second lamb 64 pounds, third lamb 66.5 pounds. But that is unbelievable for, number one, for my sheep even to raise 3 is sort of not the norm, is not the norm. I can't even say sort of, it's not the norm. But PETA, like, considering how much work she was before, she definitely redeemed herself, I would say. Those lambs, I knew they looked good before we weaned them, but seeing it in actual data is like, wow, like my heart, I'm so proud of her. A bunch of you have been wondering when we're going to retire Bella. We also have Carissa's little blackie she loves, and then we have PETA and Freckles. So we have 4 new retirees that are gonna be moved over. I don't know when yet. They're fine. They're fine in here. We're not breeding them. They're just hanging out. So they can stay in here until I have the time and the headspace to get them over there. I'd like to get them over there before the snow. They are on the list, so fear not. They're not going to accidentally get put on the trailer. They will, but they have a different destination. As we're going into breeding season, I've noticed in the comments a few people have asked what breeds I'm running now. The main ewe flock is still based on those genetics I brought in like 2015, 2016, something like that. And those were the ewes I bought from John and Edie Steele, so I've just nicknamed them Steele. I think they're a Rito Dorset crossed with a couple New Zealand breeds, I think. So it's like a 4-way cross, and it's been a very good breed here. I've used that as my main maternal flock, and I've been breeding ewe lambs off them. So then I've kept those ewe lambs back. So over the years, we've added Dorset rams, Tunis rams, that's a new one over the last couple of years, and then just the Rito. So we're just running 3 different breeds. We have some exciting news. I am going to be purchasing 3 Dorset, I don't think they're pure Dorset, I think they're a Dorset cross rams from Belinda. So that'll be nice. Bring in some new bloodlines. So they'll be mixed in with my Dorset rams, and then I'm hoping to kind of have almost 4 breeding groups and have Tunis on their own, Dorset on their own, and then 2 different separate groups of Rito. So that's what we're running right now. Rito, Dorset, Tunis. We are done. We have our breeding groups figured out. Bam. I split it into 4 because I did bring in some new Tunis boys a few months ago, and they're quite young, so I don't want to totally depend on them for numbers, but I want them on mature ewes. I tend to put my young boys on older girls and my young girls on older boys, just so at least one on the team sort of knows what's going on. Yeah, so ewe lambs I sort of split into 2 groups because I wanted them with mature rams. So 4 breeding groups, and that takes care of all the ewes. My ratio is, because I am using cedars, I never want to be over 5 ewes per ram. And I have been even running shy of that, so I actually have probably closer to 3 to 4 ewes per ram, which is ridiculous, but the numbers so far have been working, so I don't want to veer too far off of what's been helping. Or at least I think it's helping. So that's done. I'm gonna throw this information back onto the Gallagher, so then when we go to do this next week, it is done. I just have to scan the ewe, and it will say what group they need to be put with. So I'm gonna just show you what I see when I go to do this. Okay, we're gonna do, this is where I have them. Okay, so now everything should show up here. So I put the breeding groups up here. So this girl will get bred to the Tunis boys. Right there. There you go. So when I scan her number, this will pop up. I can paint it the color that I make this group, and then put those boys with those girls. Beautiful. Love it when a plan comes together. I have not been in this room in a couple days, which is needed. But we did get a couple orders come through, Canadian orders, I believe, of our brown crew necks, the fall ones. I put them back on the website. I took them off the website so there was no confusion with the advent calendars, and I wanted to keep them separate due to packing issues. So they're back on the website. We've got a ton. So my sister and I have been trying to figure out how to be able to ship these to our customers in the US, because these ones will be tariffed, and we're trying to figure out how to get it all so we can prepay the tariff. So these still might be available to you guys, but give us a bit of time to figure that out. But yeah, we got lots of these left, so fear not, they are not sold out for everyone that thinks that I sell out so quick. Okay, this one is for Ellen. Go. And I think I got another one for David. And a sticker.